Before we dive into the full build and all of the details, we're starting today with a deep clean to see what this truck really has to work with. While Julian and his fantastic crew at Goat Auto Spa bring the paint and interior back to life, I'll be showing you all of the little touches that make this 2006 Dodge Ram 2500 something special. What up? Welcome to Backwoods Torque, where today I'm finally going to be introducing the 3rd gen Inferno Red Crystal Pearl that I picked up just a couple of weeks ago. Back in July, after about 2 weeks of searching marketplace, looking on Craigslist, looking everywhere for the perfect truck, I found exactly what I was looking for, and looking for a 3rd gen to buy. When you find the right one, you find the right one. And I remember sending a message to Warren and saying, hey, this is the one you buy, right? And when I found this one, this truck stood out amongst all of the rest of the trucks that I was able to see on marketplace. When you're looking at a bunch of them, you could find a lot of trucks that, you know, have most of the things that you're looking, and then it's easy to find those deal breakers where you're saying, well, I would buy it, but it's got this going on with it. I would buy it, but the paint sucks. I would buy it, but the interior's, torn up and really dirty. Or you can find a bunch of things wrong and a bunch of things right with trucks online. And it can be overwhelming at some point. Where I was looking for something that was clean, something that was mostly stock, something that, I could really look at as, a blank slate where I could put exactly what I wanted to into the truck. Didn't have a bunch of things that were already done by somebody else that would kind of take a lot of the fun out of owning a truck like this. When you're buying a truck that's 19 years old, when you can find one that's relatively low miles, in great condition, those truly are hard to come by. Truck was, again, exactly what I was looking for. I didn't want to buy a newer one with all of the emissions equipment. Didn't want to have to worry about putting DEF. But being in California, where you've got to get smogged every 2 years, you've got to meet all of the specifications, all the emission standards, all of those things. I didn't want to buy a truck that I was kind of hampered on. So 2006 was the year that I was targeting. I was looking for that late model 3rd gen, something that was all pre-emissions, wasn't going to have to worry about it. This one just jumped off the page. Inferno Red, very unique. You're not seeing a ton of those out there. Super clean inside and out. It gives me that good foundation. Well, the gentleman that I bought it from, his name's Kris. I started asking him a bunch of questions. He sent me a ton of videos, ton of pictures, showed me that there was no rusting, no damage to it, never been in an accident. Paint looks super clean, interior looks super clean. He starts it up for me, no blow by. I mean, this is everything that you're looking for. Kris lives all the way up in North Washington, dang near at the Canadian border. Me being down in Sacramento area, California, we're about 14 hours away. I can't just go look at this car. So I've got to make sure online that this is exactly what I want. Logistically speaking, how are we going to do this operation? Well, Kris was nice enough to say, hey, I'll drive it about halfway down. I'll meet you in Eugene. I booked a flight, flew out from Sacramento to Eugene. Kris picked me up at the airport in the 3rd gen. I'm absolutely in love with the thing as I'm riding in it. Like, yep, this is the car. Now, there was one thing that was kind of wrong with the truck. Living so far up north, don't really need AC. I just tried to recharge it, not really working. With no AC, and it started to get hot, especially in July, Northern California. If you guys are from here or been here in the summer, you know that it can be incredibly hot. So that was the only thing that I had to worry about, and that was the first project that I really needed to do. But luckily, my buddy Tyler, also known as Mechanic Man on YouTube and TikTok, was there to help me out. He got my AC compressor swapped out, ran the dye through, got all the leaks plugged up, so now the AC is blowing ice cold. And we said, while we're at it, let's just do every maintenance item on the truck and do a full flush of all the fluids and just start fresh. So oil, coolant, front and rear diffs, transmission, transfer case, just starting fresh on all the fluids, all the maintenance items to make sure that we are just up to date on all of those. All right, it's time to take a look at this truck together. The interior is nearly pristine, aside from the usual elbow wear on the console that you see in almost every single one of these trucks. One detail that really stood out to me was the custom seats with the Cummins and Ram logos stitched in. Kris said the previous owner had done them, so most likely these seats were replaced and weren't the original seats that came into the truck. Either way, I absolutely love the look. To bring the truck into the modern age, one of the first things that I did was add the Alpine Halo 9 head unit with Android Auto. I upgraded all of the factory speakers to infinities, and I also added an 8-inch kicker hideaway sub under the passenger seat. Now, Kris did have some upgrades already done on the truck, which I'm thankful for. Those include a FASS fuel system, an S&B intake manifold, paired with an AFE cold air intake. There's also an Edge CTS3 monitor. For exhaust, we're currently running an MBRP 5-inch exhaust tip. Now, because I'm in California, I will be keeping the catalytic converter on, but this truck is already loud. Now, there also are airbags installed. Currently, the way they're set up is with Schrader valves at the bumper. It will be paired with a wireless compressor kit, so that way I can operate it from my phone. It does have some aftermarket headlights, some cheap eBay ones. I will be replacing them in the near future. One of the first big changes I wanted to do was replace the old rusted running boards that were installed on the truck. I found Benny's 4x4 on Facebook Marketplace, where Ben custom made a set of heavy-duty rock sliders that can double as running board, and he did custom cut the word Cummins in the Cummins font. So we were able to match the Cummins logo in the truck, and I think that really makes it unique. After powder coating these, he got them all installed, and the results completely transformed the look of the truck. So I do have a lot of big future plans for this truck. Up next is the plan for a full sport swap. So we'll be getting a bunch of parts paint matched. Front bumper, rear bumper, a new cowl hood, the mirrors, door handles, and then we need to replace the peeling tint. So stay tuned for that video. And you know, that's just really the beauty of these 5.9 Cummins builds. There's so many possibilities, like Lego for adults, performance upgrades, suspension overhauls, or just perfecting the perfect daily tow rig. This is just the beginning, and I can't wait to keep building this truck. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss what's next.